operating lease.
There are internal auditors everywhere, then how did that Vijay Mallya fraud even happen?
Cost of equity. Now, what is the meaning of cost of equity? As a equity shareholder who has invested in a particular company will expect some return, correct? So, for the company, it is cost of equity. But for the investor, I'm going to call it as equity shareholders required rate of return. Alright, so it is just the point of view that is changing. Alright, so for company it is cost of equity, for investor it is equity shareholders required rate of return. Now, how do we calculate this? It's very simple. Alright, before I get into the calculation part, you need to understand that cost of equity is denoted as KE and equity shareholders required rate of return is denoted as RE. So basically they both mean the same. It's just that the perspective is different. Here it is in the company's point of view, there it is in the investor's point of view. But the concept is still the same. So now you tell me that as an equity shareholder, how can you make money? You can make money through dividends and through increase in the share price, right? So, in order to calculate your cost of equity, we have two ways to do it. Okay, there are two formulas. One is with growth and one more is without growth. Alright, so we will be using the dividend valuation model to calculate the cost of equity. This is quite an important concept. So, cost of equity finance of the company is the return that the investors expect to achieve on their on the shares. So, in order to calculate your cost of equity, we have to use the dividend valuation model, and dividend valuation model are of two types. One is with growth and without growth. Now, if I'm talking about the dividend valuation model, with growth there is a formula and without growth there is a formula, of course. So, if it is without growth, it is very simple. That is investors required rate of return, right? Who is the investor in our case? It is our equity shareholder. So, the formula will be RE is equal to D0 divided by P0. Now, what is RE? RE is equity shareholders required rate of return. What is D0? D0 is nothing but dividend. Alright, and P0, what is P0? P0 is the share price. And what kind of share price is this? This is ex dividend share price. Now, there are two types of share price. One is your ex dividend share price and cum dividend share price. As the name says, ex dividend share price means this particular shareholders who have ex dividend share price, they do not get dividends. They are not eligible to get the dividends, and that is why it's called as ex dividend share price, that is excluding dividends. Whereas cum dividend share price means it is including the dividend. So you should be very careful, because in the particular question they might have given you the ex dividend share price or they might have given you the cum dividend share price. You should be smart enough to recognize whether it is ex dividend or whether it is cum dividend share price. Alright, because why do you have to recognize it? Because in the formula, what do you have to take? You have to take the dividend market price of the share, and D is nothing but the constant dividend. Now if you observe over here, in this particular formula without growth, the dividend is assumed to be constant. Why? Because we are assuming there is no growth, right? It's going to be the same dividend that you're going to get from year 1 to infinity. So that is your D in the formula. And what is RE? RE is nothing but your equity shareholders required rate of return, and KE is equal to your cost of equity. So I can either use this as RE or KE, doesn't matter. All right, it's just the perspective which is in which we are talking about over here. So how do you calculate your ex-dividend market share price? So the formula to calculate your ex-dividend market price of the share is equal to cum dividend share price minus dividend due. Okay, what is your ex-dividend market price of the share? Your ex-dividend market price of the share is equal to cum dividend share price minus dividend due. That's how you're going to calculate it.